2024 has been a very, very strange year. As Gennaro Gattuso once said, it sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. It's been a year full of ups and downs, very high ups, very low downs. And today I'm going to talk about it in full and sort of analyse the year, review how this year's gone, what's gone well, what hasn't gone well, both in a YouTube sense and in a personal sense. And then also we're going to talk about some goals for 2025 and what I want to achieve going forward. So let's start with the YouTube side of 2024. So we started the year with 88 subscribers. I was stuck on 88 subscribers forever. And we've ended the year currently on 122 subscribers. It was 123 earlier, but someone saw sense and left. And so now that takes us to 122, which means that we have gained 34 subscribers over the course of this year. And whilst in the context of YouTube as a whole, that's not a massive number, it's a massive number to me because it shows that we've grown quite well as a channel this year and have developed really nicely. And we've managed to, I say we, it's just me, I've managed to convince some people to stick around, which is pretty cool. So yeah, thank you to everybody who has subscribed this year. I really hope that you have enjoyed watching my content. I've also had, I think it's 22,000 views thereabouts on this channel this year and about 141 watch hours, which for me is pretty good. I'll take that. Retention's getting better, it's improving all the time. People are slowly starting to stick around, which is great, and we just got to try and keep building and improving from there. I think in a YouTube sense, I feel like 2024 has gone reasonably well. We've made some good progress this year. We've made best strides that we've ever made. Why do I keep saying we? It's just me. I mean, I know I've got loads of voices, but there's no one else here. But yeah, I feel like, you know, we've made the biggest stride possible over the course of a year so far. So yeah, we just got to take that positive momentum into 2025 and just keep being consistent and keep building and just see what we make of it. I think one thing from this year that I've still got to work on is that my channel very much lacks an identity and consistency in terms of what I create, because there's been a real mishmash of different stuff this year. There's been a mixture of me doing my voices, there's been a mixture of me doing musical content, there's been streaming games, and then there's Fat to Fit and all that other stuff, and it's just, at times it's been kind of a mess. And I look through my videos and I feel like anybody looking through my videos will see that there's a real lack of identity. They don't really know what the channel's about, don't truly know what the channel's about. And to be honest, for a lot of time, I haven't really been sure what this channel's about. It's kind of been a little bit all over the place. So for 2025, a definite target is to try and make my content a bit more consistent in terms of the actual content itself and the videos that I'm making, and making sure that there's a real identity there that people can see and that people can, well, identify basically. So that people are coming on my channel, they know what it's about and they want to stick around because they want to see more of it. So yeah, I think for 2025 it's just trying to be a bit less all over the place and a bit more, have more of an understanding of where I want my channel to go, basically. So now it's time to get on to the personal bit, and to be fair, it's actually been a pretty important year for me, personally. I finally moved out for the first time, moved into my own place. At the grand old age of 28, I finally moved out of my parents' house and into a place of my own. It took me 2 attempts because the first place was such a disaster. I had to give up after a month. I moved in and there was no cooker, no fridge, no washing machine. And I was like, yeah, this is fine. This is no problem. I think just because I was so desperate to move out, I just took it. And yeah, obviously that didn't work out for, obvious reasons, not being able to actually live in it. So yeah, I moved back, had to wait a bit longer. And then thankfully in the summer, in August, this opportunity came up to have this lovely place. And yeah, moved in late August and I've been here ever since. So it's a pretty important personal milestone. I'm very happy here, very settled. It's nice and close to work. It's like a 10-minute walk away. And yeah, it's made a massive difference. So yeah, very important personal milestone, finally been able to get out and get into my own place. Another personal milestone I hit this year was that I went on my first solo holiday. Went on holiday by myself for the first time ever. Went to Bournemouth for a week. It was really, really nice there. If I remember, I'll try and put some pictures and some videos over this part. But yeah, it was really nice just to get away, kind of have a few days to kind of forget about everything and just enjoy being in the moment and just enjoy taking in what's around me, you know. I went to a museum, I went to an aquarium, went up and down the beach a lot. And yeah, it was just nice to have that few days to myself, just being in a different place, being in a different surroundings, and, you know, just taking in the beauty that's around you, I guess. And that was really, really nice to have those few days to do that. I'd never been on holiday as an adult before. Like, that was my first time. The last time I went on holiday was when I was 17, and I went to Devon with my mum and my brother, but I've never like been on an adult holiday by myself before, because I'd always been anxious about travel. I went by train. It's the first time I'd ever gone on a train by myself. I was really anxious about that. And yeah, in a way, it was sort of like overcoming these silly little fears that I had. I knew it'd be all right, but it's just, you know, once you do it and once you get over it and, you know, you realise it's fine. But yeah, I was kind of nervous about travelling on a train and obviously making sure that I'd end up in the right place. And it was important, I think, for me personally and for me kind of mentally, just to face a fear, I guess, and get over it. I think the one possibly negative thing this year is that work has been quite stressful and I've let things get to me too much. I've taken my work home with me too much. I've let it fester in my head for too long. I used to be able to, as soon as I walked out at the end of the day, I used to be able to just switch off. No matter how bad the day was, I could switch off, put it out of my head, and that was it. Whereas now, it kind of lingers and I think about it for too long and it just stays in there. So I think my goal for 2025 is to try and gain a better work-life balance. Try not to let things affect me as much, even if they are going quite badly. And yeah, just try and regain a better balance and not let it ruin my evening or let it ruin my weekends or whatever, because there have been times this year where I've spent whole weekends worrying about what's going to happen on Monday, or I spent whole evenings worrying about what's going to happen the next day. And so I really don't like living like that, and I don't want that to happen as much next year. So I'm going to try and make a pledge to myself that no matter how bad things get or no matter how stressful things get, I'm going to try and keep them to one side, try and keep work and home life separate. It's very difficult sometimes, but that's my pledge for 2025 in a personal sense, is to try and get that work-life balance right and try and not let things affect me as much. And that stress from work has had an impact on YouTube as well. I come home and I'm not in the mood to make content, and videos that I would have made, I don't make because I either haven't got the energy or I'm in a really bad mood and I'm just not in the right zone to make that content. And I feel if I had a better balance, I'd be able to devote more time to YouTube and I'd be able to get videos out a lot more regularly. So that's also a hope that I have with trying to sort this work-life balance out. So what are the targets for 2025? So in terms of YouTube, first of all, I think there are 3 main targets that I want to hit. The first one is to find out what the true identity of this channel is and to make that clear to not just myself, but to everybody coming to the channel. So I want to really define what this channel's about, whether it's about my voices, whether it's about other things that I do, like maybe other voiceover work, like maybe reviews and things like that. So just really getting a grip on what this channel is and where I want to sort of market that channel. The second target is to keep growing at a consistent rate. Like I mentioned earlier, we've gained 34 subscribers over the course of this year, which is the most I've gained throughout a year so far. So the plan for that is to just keep going and see where it takes us. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I'm not naive enough to think that my channel's going to blow up overnight. I know how the game works. We just gotta keep going, keep making content that I enjoy, and hopefully other people enjoy it too. And then the last goal is to try and create opportunities beyond YouTube, whether that's maybe trying to get a brand deal or a sponsorship, or maybe trying to get some voiceover work outside of this channel. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do anyway, because I've signed up to a bunch of like voice acting agencies and, you know, just trying to get work where I can, and yeah, just seeing how that goes and whether that ties into YouTube or not. It might do, it might not do, but obviously those are opportunities that I've got to go look for myself and try and find. So that's my goal for 2025, is to expand my horizons beyond just uploading videos here and try and insert myself into that world, basically, just a little bit more than what I'm doing right now. And then my personal goal is to, like I mentioned earlier, just try and find that better work-life balance, and that will hopefully lead to creating YouTube content a little bit more consistently and being in a better space mentally to make a promise on that, and try not to let things from work affect me in my personal life, try not to let it drag me down, try not to let it stress me out, just try and enjoy what I can, and if I can't enjoy it, then just leave it there and separate myself from it. Right, I think that's everything for me. I think the only thing I need to say now is a big thank you to everybody who has supported me this year. Whether you've liked the video, commented on it, subscribed to the channel, I really do appreciate all of your support, and I absolutely love having you here with me. So thank you so much for all of your support and all of your commitment to follow me. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you'll stick around for 2025 and we can have a lot of fun together, and I can bring you a lot of content that you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please consider leaving a like on there for me. If you're new around here and you like what you see, why not get subscribed so that you can be notified of future videos? Comment below any thoughts and suggestions that you may have, and I'll see you in 2025. Thank you once again. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.